PXKM Productions.
You wanna start or should I?
PXKM Productions.
You can go ahead.
We probably should have discussed this before we recorded.
And so it's like, wow, I'm seeing the past.
Okay.
Now.
Hi everybody, this is another episode of Fanatical Readings. This is episode... Nose?
What's that?
The beginnings of my musical career, my opera career.
The beginnings and the end, I think. I'm sorry.
So today we were reading Pokémon Fanfiction because they announced a new Pokémon game probably 6 months before you saw this.
Probably this episode will get posted when it's very not relevant anymore. But that's what we do here at the PXKM production studio.
Warehouse. She's Caitlin.
Yes.
I'm not Caitlin.
She's Saf. She's Saf.
Anyway, to be serial with all you for a second. Excuse you. This is called Crossroads by
Optical Pupsicle? That's not how you spell sickle, but okay.
That's how they're spelling it now for our viewing, reading pleasure. The sad story of a Pokemon and its trainer. So let's just get into it.
Oh, this is the author's note, but it's not labeled as an author's note.
Part of the story. It's part of the lore.
Apparently. Sorry if I copied some names. Also credit to the writers that inspired me to make this fanfic. Thank you. Anyways, this is Crossroads. Enjoy. There's very little punctuation going on here.
As it should be.
It's very confusing.
No, please don't go. She screamed, wanting to fight back, but knew it was useless. I don't like where this is starting.
It sounds really sad. The world's smallest violin. Okay, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs is serious.
Yeah,
I know.
I like how we were both like, of all the people in all of the media that have done the smallest violin, we both pick Mr. Krabs because we're slightly before millennial pieces of shit.
Wait, we are millennials.
Are we?
No, we're not the Zers.
No. Okay.
What do you think we are? Gen X?
I don't know. I know we're Gen Y, but I'm not sure like where the millennial gets cut off and where the Z starts. So I thought Z and millennial were like interchangeable.
Z man.
Stop. Don't be like that. Half of the 3 siblings that I have. That doesn't make sense. My siblings are Zers. I don't want to be like that.
1 month earlier, Ryan was out of the forest looking for a particular Pokemon, then heard crying out. One crying out. That was my bad.
What the? He asked, confused shortly. He found I don't know that word. Zarua in a little field. Okay, I don't really know Pokemon names. So
Filthy casual.
Apparently. So forgive me.
I like how I did it like this, so just you can hear it.
Yeah.
That's not...
I do that too. And remember, there's very little punctuation in here, so I have no idea where the sentence is supposed to be ending.
When he came closer, the Zorua snapped at him.
Hey, I'm not going to hurt you. With hesitation, the Zorua let him pick her up.
I think it snatched up all the punctuation.
Probably. That's the Pokemon's power.
Snatching punctuation.
That's its ultimate move.
That sounds like a very evil Pokemon.
You have no idea. Have you heard that thing where it's like grammar is important and it's like there's a difference between let's eat, comma, grandpa, and then let's eat grandpa with no comma. Comma save lives.
Helping your Uncle Jack off a horse or helping your Uncle Jack
off a horse. Yeah. All right, let's get you to a poke center because there's no accent on that E. Ryan said to the Zorua, careful not to hurt the Pokemon. Ryan took her to the poke center.
I also want to point out who was the she at the beginning of this story.
I don't know.
It's just a mysterious entity calling out to him from the...
I mean, if it didn't say he after Ryan spoke, I would be confused about whether Ryan was a she because I know there are very few girls who can be named Ryan.
I mean, we live in a progressive time, Caitlin. People can be named Lamangelo or, you know...
Shatid.
Shatid, yeah.
Shatid, spelled like shithead, not pronounced that way.
No, please don't go.
She screamed, wanting to fight back.
I know who she is now. It's the Pokemon.
Oh my god! Yes!
It's a flash forward.
Yes!
Once I realized that, I was like, oh my god, I know who it is.
Yes! Because now there should be like ... to show that time has passed.
Yeah.
There should be a ... after that or earlier.
1 month. Oh, it says 1 month earlier. Wait, what?
Oh my god.
No, wait, but here's the problem. So all of the actions of this seem like it takes place in the span of like a day, right?
Yeah, because here it says 2 to 3 hours later.
So this all happens in 1 day, but it was a month ago from when it started.
This is why we couldn't figure this out the first time we attempted to record this.
But I think that's what they were going for.
Probably. Is Zoroark a real Pokemon?
Write in the comments below, because we're old. 2 or 3 singular hours later. Well, she's okay, but she's wild and you can't keep her.
Ryan suddenly snaps. Want her? Let me take care of her.
Ooga booga ooga. Me Ryan, me angry. Me Ryan, me angry.
Angie? Is he also 3 years old? What?
He's a 3-year-old caveman.
Okay.
He was aware of his outburst. He asked more calmly.
Just please, if she doesn't want me to be her trainer, I will let her go, okay?
The nurse hesitantly let Ryan confront Zorua. Okay, Zorua. Zorua.
Oh, wait, no, that's me. That's me. Okay, Zorua, I want to be your trainer, okay?
I almost called it Zorro. Like, fucking... The Zorro replied with an okay,
that's just what we're calling it now, the Zorro.
I love how it's not even with an okay.
Replied with an okay, presumably. Like, he doesn't know for sure. He's just like, this is just his interpretation. The Zorro is probably like, no, stop, I don't want this.
It's like, yeah, I knew it, but...
Like, okay, you ready to go? Let's go.
You will get to know new friends coming.
Wait, that's the wrong new.
Also, it's a line I think of yours.
I should probably be reading this dialogue too, because I don't think the Zorro can speak. So all this dialogue is probably Ryan. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should do the dialogue and your narration.
Sure.
Coming along with me now. What do you say?
The Zorro suddenly jumped into Ryan's arms. What I want to know is, I don't know if you're aware of this, but some Pokemon are really heavy and big.
Snorlax.
Snorlax jumped into his arms.
I do know a couple of Pokemon.
So
I'm not completely ignorant.
So I just like to picture that this Zorro is like gigantic and it jumps at him and just he's a pancake.
Oh no.
Dun, 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 dun.
Are you singing his funeral dirge?
Death by pancaking.
That's not a verb. Pancaking?
As a wise woman once said, it is now.
Is that a joke about me? Did I do that? Is it getting spicy now?
Please tell me that's bestiality. We don't stand that here. Is that what the kids say these days? I don't know. What do kids do? We're old, Caitlin. We don't know what kids do. He held her for a moment, then let her go.
Okay, let's go.
Ryan said, then let his other Pokemon out. Eevee, Charizard.
No, not Eevee. Just Eve.
Eve.
Just Eve.
Charizard. No, not Charizard. Charizard and Braixen.
You'd think someone in the Pokemon fandom would actually know how to spell them, or at least look it up.
I don't know how the hell you pronounce that word.
Braixen?
I guess. Brazenly terrible spelling.
Yeah.
Also, it's not none of these are, I don't know if they're supposed
Eve
to.
is capitalized.
I don't know.
But that was probably,
because thinking about it, I don't think you would capitalize. That was
probably like auto-correct.
I don't think you would capitalize names of Pokemon because it's like capitalizing the word dog or cat.
Well, it's a type of Pokemon. There's a bunch of different of the same Pokemon. I feel like that's a title. Hold on. You have a poster. Why are we not?
Oh, they are.
They are capitalized.
Oh, I guess they are then.
I thought they were.
Well, do you capitalize stuff like Pomeranian and stuff like that?
Those are breeds of dogs. Those are
like types of Pokemon.
I feel like it's different though, because all dogs have the same genes. They're just like the different breeds are like different races.
Pokemon don't exist.
The different breeds of dogs are like different races of humans. I feel like Pokemon are different because they all have different powers and abilities, so they're probably separate. So we have established through a lengthy discussion that Pokemon are supposed to be capitalized, even though it doesn't really make sense. Because we don't capitalize our animals, but Pokemon get capitalized for some reason.
Bear.
Lynx. I wanted a weird one. Now this is Zorua, everyone.
Ryan explained. They all gave a joyful reaction to her, but the Zorua let out a joy-filled yap. Supposed to be a hyphen for joy-filled.
I agree. Who was they? Who was
his other Pokemon?
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Random people just appear.
Yeah, I was like, because he doesn't take her anywhere.
No, he lets the Pokemon out.
Okay, yeah. See, I missed that because we were trying to figure out how Pokemon work.
How grammar of Pokemon works.
Yes. I don't know.
They made their way to a private poke. Ocarina.
Because there's no accent. This is why it needs an accent. This is why it needs an accent. This is not English.
People just run around poking each other.
Because Pokemon's not an English name. Like, there's an accent for a reason. Because if you read it in English, it's not spelled right.
By Ryan's house.
Okay, Zora, since you joined me, I will train you to become strong. Now, ready?
He asked the Zora, gave a yelp.
Yes, I'm ready. Should I have let you read that? Since I guess
Ryan
Zora
was
can
stunned
speak.
to understand. Oh, it was... Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, God.
Ryan was stunned to understand her so quickly.
So quickly.
Oh, nani?
Have you been watching anime again? It's okay. I have to. I just finished
That's
My
just that
Hero.
meme.
I just finished My Hero Academia.
But as the days go by, changed tense all of a sudden.
And now we're in present tense. Evolved into
So that's how we got through.
arc.
That's how we got through a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's
like
that's how we went from 2 to 3 hours later to a month. Because it's so hard to pick out what's happening here.
Zoro evolved into Zoroark. That's apparently its name. Zoroark.
I'm
Zoroark.
trying to figure out the meaning of life over here.
This is if
I'm
Zoro.
questioning my sanity.
So you know how in the God's Not Dead movies they got more and more ridiculous as they went along? This is like if they had a
I've
Zoro.
only seen the first God's Not Dead movie.
I mean, I didn't see any of them, but
I knew there was a second one, but I didn't know that there was more than
there's a
two.
third
But
one. A Zoroark is like the like later installment of the Zorro franchise where he like becomes Noah and has an arc.
makes sense.
Carves
Makes
a
sense.
big Z into the side of it.
Cut, print, movie time, movie magic. Yeah, no.
Use that one, Hollywood.
Zoroark.
Zoroark was walking
Was walking. It was not.
on a trail. Two muggers suddenly jumped out. Give us your Pokemon.
One shouted. No! Ryan shouted back.
Bad choice, my friend.
They commanded their Pokemon to attack, hitting Ryan in the chest, leaving a dark mark where he was hit. A dark mark? I'm still reading Harry Potter again.
I just thought
A dark mark. We just looked at each other with so much glee.
yeah, like the Pokemon all of a sudden went Avada Kedavra.
Yeah!
Ryan, are you okay?
Zoroark asked, half crying.
Oh,
Oh, that's me. It doesn't hurt that much, I promise.
he gasped. Wait, Ryan, no, don't leave. Don't leave us.
She shouted. You know, you should really separate your dialogue onto different lines
Yeah,
of the
that's what I
text so
learned.
that it would be easier to tell who is speaking when. Because all of this dialogue is in one tiny little paragraph and it's not separated by punctuation except for the exclamation marks and question
Punctuation.
marks. The exclamation points and question marks.
Dad. We don't
No,
use
but it's like-
punctuation in these parts.
But it's like, I can't tell how many different people are speaking because 4 different people just spoke in the same clumping of words.
Also, it doesn't really do a good job of saying who's speaking.
No, it doesn't.
See,
Sometimes there's no narration to explain who's speaking, and you just have to figure it out.
I think the next time you run into some kid who just says "said" every time, you should be like, "Well, at least I know who's talking."
She shouted.
It's weird that all the other Pokemon are suddenly brought into this because then it just makes it sound like the Zoroark is multiple people.
Kind of. Or it makes it seem like all the Pokemon are talking now, but it's just Zoroark speaking for all of them as a group.
Yeah, they're the Borg.
Why can Zoroark talk?
It's like a Meowth.
Can't. But I thought it was just Team Rocket's Meowth that could talk. I thought all the other Meowths couldn't.
Yeah, well, I guess the Zoroark is special. Maybe all the other ones just go Zoroark or whatever.
Okay, if we also include Mewtwo in this, there are just random
Mewtwo is
mutations of Pokemon that can speak. It's probably just like some kind of genetic mutation that you would see in any animal where
Well,
it's
to be
like
fair,
that one in
only-
particular has some sort of weird
to
fuck
be
up.
fair, only humans can talk in like English.
I mean, unless you're writing fantasy, but I disagree with that because the formation of their jaws and their teeth and their tongue and just mouth in general, I don't know why I had to go specifically like that, but like the formation of their mouths just is not suited for speech, which is why they can't talk. Also, their vocal cords.
But he started to glow so bright it blinded Zoroark. When the light vanished, Ryan was a Pokemon.
What? Oh, now I'm interested.
That's your line.
Huh?
Oh, wait. No, that's my
Wait.
line.
Who is speaking?
She was questioned. Like by the police.
I think it's supposed to say she questioned.
No, I like to think the police just...
Or she was questioning.
I just like to think it's like a moment at a Monty Python. The police just show up, like,
out of nowhere. Yeah. In the search for the Holy Grail, the police just show up.
She let the others out. Let's get him to the house, Zora commanded 1 hour later.
Why are there all these weird time jumps?
So wait, it makes it sound like Zorak only commanded that 1 hour later. I'm dying over here. Give me an hour.
There's no punctuation. What happened to me? And for some reason, that's not a question mark, and it really should be.
Ryan yelled he was a Lucario.
Why a Lucario?
But it's all one. There's no punctuation there either, so it's Ryan yelled he was a Lucario.
Yeah, so it sounds like Ryan's going, I'm a Lucario! But it's... A sky blue and white. Not a sky blue and white one or a sky blue and white Lucario. Just a sky blue and white. Why am I a Pokemon?
Where?
That line right there.
He asked.
You're
I don't know why, but at last you're alive, right?
least.
At least you're alive, right?
She stated.
That's a terrible argument. That's like saying you get resurrected as an ant, but it's like, well, at least you're still alive.
I mean, I guess a Lucario is probably better than an ant.
Well, I'm still saying.
I don't know what a Lucario looks like. Can you superimpose an image of a Lucario somewhere?
Yeah, just look back at it like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. But you have to make sure that it's a sky blue and white.
I think they're all like that. I think that description was useless.
Probably. Like many other things about this. Now I'm being mean. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry, Pupsicle. What was the full name? Optical Pupsicle?
As opposed to all those non-optical popsicles, like those ones you can't see.
Popsicle, not popsicle.
It's very specific, Seth.
I know, but I'm talking about anything, like, as opposed to those ones you can't see.
Maybe there's an auditory popsicle. Who knows? Well, you're not wrong about that. It's just, I feel so weird.
He explained. Well, we can't live at your place anymore because you're a Pokemon. She retorted.
Why would that have anything to do with anything? If he's living there with the rest of his Pokemon already, why is the fact that he's a Pokemon now negating their ability to live there?
Just have every time
Pokemon open doors?
Every time the mom walks in, just be like, sorry, I'm not feeling so good right now, Mom.
But it doesn't even say that he lives with his mom.
Yeah, he just lives by himself.
Yeah, so if he lives by himself, what's the big deal?
Maybe it's because landlord will kick his door down and be like...
Maybe it's because technically Pokemon are animals and therefore considered property of their owners and there's no one to pay the bills now.
Yeah, the landlord kicks the door down like, I said no animals. Also pay your rent.
But if he can't talk, how come he can't just be like, it's me, Ryan?
Like, yeah, right, that's what they all say.
Actually, not very many of them speak, so I would probably believe it.
Yeah, he just dies of a heart attack.
Hey, if a Pokemon comes up to me and is like, Caitlin, listen, I know this is really weird,
But I'm Saf. I promise you I'm Saf.
I would probably be like, well, can't get any weirder than this. I'll believe you. Fuck it.
Yeah, just the one character in the really weird movie who's just like, sure, whatever.
Sure.
Just, we're going with this
Let's go
now.
on an adventure.
Well,
Oh, wait, no, this is my line. Well, I'm okay with this because I've never felt so much power.
He explained?
Yes.
I thought it was...
No, I went in a creative direction.
Well, I have an old friend we could visit. He's a Lucario. Oh, Zoroark said.
Yeah, that was you. Well, what's his name?
Ryan asked. His name is Sky. And also, call me Shadow. His name is Sonic. Also, call me Shadow. She answered.
Wait. When Zorua was Zorua in the forest, I guess this was a friend from when Zorua lived in the forest.
Sure.
It seems
I
don't know why I think that like Pokemon don't interact with each other in the wild.
Maybe it was just sneaking out, like instead of an affair, it was just meeting new friends.
Maybe. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Ryan asked, excitedly jumping up and down, then realized how tall he was.
Wow, Jesus, I'm tall.
He stated, wait, wow, you were tall, but not the height I've normally seen, she said.
I'm confused too. What the fuck?
It fucking sense.
No.
Well, let's go. It's getting dark, she retorted.
Yeah, we should go.
As they walked towards Sky's place, Ryan asked a question, trying to break the silence.
Questioned. So how do you feel about me being a Pokemon?
He asked. I don't know how I feel. I was so used to you being a human, now it feels weird.
Hold up.
Is this some sort of
This is gonna be bestiality. I have a feeling. I don't like it. Now that he's like this.
Now they can fuck because they're Pokemon.
Yes, the whole purpose of the story was
I don't know why this is fucking.
Was to make.
But
I don't
if
know if I'm. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but. But it seems to me like the whole purpose of the story was to introduce Zorua as a character who could speak, and then have that be the fantastic bit, and then have Ryan become a Pokemon so they can be together.
I mean, I don't
like
think
this is gonna have a happy ending where they're both Pokemon, they can both talk, and they're just gonna be together as Pokemon.
I don't know how much fucking they're gonna get done in a paragraph, though. I know we had that one story last time where they fucked in like a paragraph, but do you even remember that?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I do. I watched all the videos back this week in preparation for today. I watched all the videos back.
Even the ones that aren't done yet?
Shut up, Saf.
I mean, I did watch a video that wasn't done yet, but it wasn't Fanatical readings.
Part of it, yeah. Admitted while a shiver went up her spine.
Well,
we're here.
Hold on. Who's going to be Shadow? Should I be Shadow?
Sure.
So that way Shadow can talk to Sky? Whatever. Yeah, wait, no. Zoro was Shadow. Sky is the other. Okay, I'll be Sky. Okay, so while we're here and Hi Sky are your lines. See, this is why you need to formulate your dialogue correctly, because that was three lines in a row that are all yours.
Can a story make you lose the will to live?
Yes, I've read a lot of stories. The answer to that question is yes.
Well, we're here. Hi, Sky.
Shadow, you almost scared me out of my fur.
He said sharply.
But then again, she got me good.
Chuckled a little.
Why is that in parentheses?
I'm Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. It's actually from a song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Tails Gets Trolled?
No.
It's a really bad Sonic fanfic comic. Oh my god. Someone started voice acting it in a group of friends, and it was really funny. But I literally watched this in like 2013. I don't know if it ever went anywhere.
The far off distant past of 2013.
It's 2019 now, baby. We come a long way. That was not proper English. We've come a long way. I'm losing my mind.
Who's this?
Wait, that was my line. Who's this?
Sure.
Yeah, this says Sky asked.
Oh.
I'm Sky.
He was my trainer. Yeah, down with the impressive trainer class.
Oh. Now he's my bitch.
Ryan but had a near-death experience. Ryan but had a near-death experience.
He was my trainer. Ryan, but yeah, the comma should be after Ryan. Actually, there should be a double comma there because that's in a positive.
I just like that the way it would be now is like, Ryan but had a near-death experience. No, please don't give this thing any more weird inflections when it speaks. No, but like there should be a comma before and after Ryan because that's the appositive in the sentence. Well, I didn't know what it was, but yeah, I know that's how you're supposed to do it.
I'm an English teacher. I know the names of these things. I wasn't sure we had a near this experience.
Well, I could have told him. Or is that you? Yeah,
that's me. That's Ryan. Well, I could have told him that.
He sharply said.
But see, now we have two he's, so now you have to specify which he is speaking.
Wow, you're tall and differently colored. Oh
that's the wrong you're.
Also, just to say it like that is like kind of weird.
Also, I was supposed to say that line, but I don't think it matters anymore. I think we've gone off the deep end enough.
I think we're in a year where you're not supposed to say things like that.
Differently colored? Yeah. That didn't even occur to me. Does that make me better or worse than you?
We're both,
probably because we're both
a piece of garbage.
We're talking about fictional animals here, okay? I don't think it matters.
Sky said surprise. So that was
that was Sky's. It doesn't matter anymore.
Ryan, you're very different than what I've seen. He stated, well, yes, I already guessed that, but thanks for making me right. What? Ryan said, Sky, you need a place to live since we can't stay at Ryan's place because he's a Pokemon. Could we stay here for a while? Shadow asked, well, of course you stay. Sky said, overjoyed, and could you help me control my powers? Ryan whispered into Sky's ear, wait,
whisper it into my ear.
Powers.
That was a lot weirder than I thought.
Ryan whispered into Sky's ear, Well, of course I can. We'll start tomorrow, he answered. To be continued. I hope you guys liked it. I didn't.
Make a part 2, and I'm excited to make the second part. I love how you just were like, no, fucking just trucking through it by myself, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
I was done.
Yeah, I could tell.
I give it, in the meme review style, I give it a half out of 10.
A half out of 10?
Yeah, like half of 1 out of 10.
0.5?
Yeah, we're just gonna call it a half, though. I mean, they don't really.
I was like, a half of what?
I give it a half.
You're like a half of 1, and I'm like, 1 what?
I give it a half a rye. I give it a rye out of Anne out of 10.
Wait, a Rye out of Ryan or a Luke out of Lucario? Because he's both now.
I give it a Rye out of Ryan out of 10.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you have any constructive criticism? Never write again.
I have a lot of constructive criticism. Constructive criticism?
Construction criticism. Like all written on construction paper.
No, okay, here's my thing. Besides the grammar of this having very little capitalization or punctuation at all.
And formatting
at all. This plot was very confusing. It's so hard to tell what's happening, when, who's doing what.
Either.
Not a lot is happening, but you're rushing through the plot. Like, give a training montage at least. Like, explain for the people who don't know what these Pokemon are, like what they look like and what they're doing. What are their moves? I don't know anything about what their moves are.
You also can't put me on this emotional roller coaster where the guy goes from being almost dead to being a Pokemon.
Yeah, how did that happen?
That's an emotional roller coaster I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah. How did he tame the wild Zorua?
How
did they didn't develop their relationship at all?
How did Zoro get an arc?
I don't know.
Thank you, good night.
You're watching PXKM Productions. PXKM Productions. Subscribe to me right now. Follow me right fucking now. Right now.